C Money 1911 here. What have we got in front of us? A Walther PPK. We're going to talk a little bit about gun safety. Since we're in the house, we can't shoot the gun. Some other time we'll talk about this particular gun in more detail and take some shots with it. In this case, since we don't get a chance to shoot it inside the house, we'll just say a little bit about gun safety. So 4 basic rules are kind of the most basic things that we can discuss. So number 1, always assume the gun is loaded. So in this case, I'm not going to rely on my memory that I put this gun in its case unloaded. Always handle it assuming as if it's loaded. So in this case, that means we'll eject the magazine, make sure there's no bullets in the magazine, and check the chamber, make sure we're clear. Okay, so always assume the gun is loaded. Number 2, never point the muzzle at anything you're not willing to destroy. Okay, so even though I've checked that it's loaded, or not loaded, I'm not going to point the gun at the phone. Okay, even though I might like to destroy the phone because it's old, it's an iPhone 4, not even an iPhone 4S, I'm not going to point it at it, even though I'd like to replace it. Because in fact Sarah is behind the camera today and I'm not willing to destroy Sarah, even if I'm willing to destroy the phone, so I'm not going to point it over there. Number 3, do not put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Since we're not going to shoot in the house tonight, I'm not going to put my finger on the trigger. Instead, you can keep it on the side of the trigger guard like so, a long finger extended. And number 4, always be sure of your target and what's behind it. So again, my target might be the phone, which might be fine, but since Sarah's behind the target, not okay. Alright, so 4 basic rules, just to go over them again. And all of these, by the way, this gun has a safety. Right now it's in the safe position. It would not, even if it were loaded and even if I pulled the trigger, it would not fire with the safety on. That's the safety off. Red means ready. Ready to shoot, in other words. But we don't rely on mechanical features for safety. So there's a safety, there's a chamber loaded indicator here, where if there were a round in the chamber, I don't know if you can see that there, this would be sticking out, showing that there would be a chamber loaded. But since it's unloaded, it shows that it's not. But despite these mechanical features, we don't rely on that. We rely on 4, at least 4, these are 4 basic ones, levels of our own common sense and good practice to be safe with a firearm. So once again, just to recap, number 1, always treat the gun as if it's loaded. Number 2, do not point the gun at anything you're not willing to destroy. Number 3, do not put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to fire. Number 4, be sure of your target and what's behind it. And that's how it's done.